Peace, everybody. These are 5 different plugins that I use in all of my mixes. Let's go. So what you see right here is I have a beat that I've been working on, and this is how it sounds. It's called Tears from a Clown. All right, bet. So what you see, I need that steel bells to come up. So since we're here, let's go ahead and look at this. This is actually one of my favorite plugins, man. It's like literally one of my favorite plugins. It's FabFilter Pro Q. I actually like the whole series. So I use this, and if you look, even though I don't have it on this particular mix, it just so happens, I love their reverb. So I go to FabFilter. It's under other audio, audio units, and it's the Pro R. The Pro R, the Pro Q. I also have the Pro C that I use in every mix because it literally stays on my template. So here we go. We got the Pro C. Pretty much the FabFilter series is hard. So that's something that I use. Why do I like the Pro C? The Pro Q. I actually just like the fact that even though it's a parametric EQ, you can put as many bands in that mug that you want though. So it's not limited to 6. It's super versatile. It's super intuitive. You don't have to do too many knobs. You can do it with the click. You can do it with the knobs. You can actually click and scroll. I'm not going to mess with this too much, but if I opened up another EQ, go to FabFilter and opened another EQ, if I wanted to, I could go like this. I just click and I lift it. I can toy with the Q. I can go change it very quickly. And it's intuitive, right? So if I click at the end, it automatically becomes a filter. I can raise my Q. I can go right here. And there's also a whole bunch of different bands you can choose from. There's different shapes you can choose from. So I don't have to be stuck with this, with just the bell. I forgot what this is called, but I can go right here. I can do this, which is kind of like a different filter. I can do a band filter. Do a crazy shelf. It'll give me a crazy shelf, a balancing shelf. It's things that are just naturally intuitive that I really enjoy and mess with. So if I increase it, it automatically increases. While it decreases, I can invert it. I just really thoroughly enjoy the Pro Q. When it comes to Pro R, let me just change this to the Pro R, which is with its reverb. Man, I'm going to get into another reverb. These aren't free. These cost a little bit of money, but if you go on Black Friday, you can get them at a good deal. This is cool because it intuitively allows you, just like the FabFilter is just very intuitive. You can increase the curve. You have a whole bunch of settings already, from large to very large to ambient, where you just slap back. You can do it like a sound what it is like in a car. So if I were to isolate this and put it in a car, emulates what it sounds in the car. It's a lot of low end in the car. Add some ambient sound so like it sounds like it's in a car. Boom. But I don't want that, right? I'm gonna leave it alone. So I really enjoy it, and I just love the tonal quality of it. The other thing that I really enjoy is and this is free, and I have the reverb. Where does it go? The Chromaverb. If you have Logic, the Chromaverb's dope. One thing you want to learn about Chromaverb is just the fact that, hey, one thing you learn about reverb is that reverb are delays in time. So it's multiple reflections that are happening in time. So music is in time. That's what rhythm is. So it's rhythm. You have rhythm, and then you have melody. Those are the 2 things that make music. So what I don't have to worry about is trying to see what the time is. It's automatically synced to whatever my BPM is, as you see right here. So I can go here. I can just change this from, which is rather big, a pre-attack, a pre-delay, open it up, and then it rushes in. I can say how many bars I want I can say how many bars I want this to last for. And And if I want to optimize that distance, the density is how thick it is, the size of how much the size of that space. It's really rather dynamic. I can give it the overall feel. Depending on the feel depends on like gives me more like parametrics on this side. So if I wanted this to be bloomy, I would do this. And I would take some of it out, but I want it to be a bit airy, so I'm gonna bring it back. But just like the Pro Q, the Pro R, you can come on this side. This is the I forgot the name of it, but this is the decay of the. This has to do with the decay of the EQ. I mean of the reverb. Excuse me. This is the decay of the reverb. This is the EQ of the reverb. What actually hits the reverb? How much? What I want to hit the reverb, right? So there's that. And then when I get to something else that's free, man, I love to have this on my drums. Okay, boom. You'll be able to see my drum train right here. The R bass. This is free. I have this. I use this this is the Acoustica. This is the Acoustica Bassstart. Okay, and then on top of that, I usually have it somewhere around here. If not, it's totally fine. I can find it. I know it's on like pretty much every mix. I have my TDRs, which is my Tokyo Dawn Labs. Man, I love these. I know I have the Malatok here somewhere being used because I really genuinely just love using that particular one. It adds some good harmonic distortion into the track. It's just a real nice warm sound that happens. I know where it's on. It's on my 808. Boom. So I don't have it activated here because I actually wanted to swap it out, but I do use the Malatok every time when I make this 808. So make my 808s. I decided to use the Puig Child this time just to give it a different tonal quality. But if I swap it out, this is the 808. This is how it sounds with AB it. Hear it? And I actually had it. If you hear it, I actually had it where it was going to be like I wanted to use this. That's why it's actually set with the proper parameters. But this is free. This is the free version. There's a more advanced version than this. I can't believe it. It's a win. What this does is if I leave it at alpha, it hits automatically. If I move it to, I have 6 settings in here. Beta, I can get it to full on beta. When I get it to beta, it's about like how quick the compressor activates. So it's almost like it goes between if you have a regular. I had it right here. I want it to be rather quick. Not too quick, but rather quick. That's the same thing like if I have let me see, where is it? A FET or VCA or Opto. Pretty much you can switch between them. The Opto is the slowest. The FET, I believe, is the fastest. It's either the FET or the VCA. I thought it was the VCA, but I got to brush up on that. It's okay. Regardless of that, here we go. I just wanted to be able to run you through these. They're free. Most of the Tokyo Dawn Labs suites allow for free downloads, and then you just because they want you to play with it. But then they have extra paid for materials. There's that. And then lastly, you go ahead. So of the Tokyo Dawn Labs, we have the Malatok, we have the Kotennikov, which I love just because of the release, the fact that you can have the release peak. Which is almost like a hold. I love the bass tar. It adds it's a lower end EQ specifically to saturate it. I call it a saturator, but because it's within a particular band, I love that for my drums and my kicks, for my drums and my bass. In terms of things that I love to use, those are 2. Then I also love to use the Chromaverb. I use that every time. It's free. It's a great plugin and stock plugin. Another one that I use to summarize is going to be the Pro Q series, where I use the the Fab Filter series, which is the Pro Q, the Pro R, and the Pro C. Those you can get together for probably maybe $100. All three for about $100 on Black Friday. So like, comment, and share. Let me know what are some of your favorite plugins, and let's get this conversation going. All right, holla.